Um, have you ever tried to do a video and you just can't get the words out of your mouth? That last video is going to be a blooper for sure. So anyway, I'm downstairs. It's cold down here. I'm packing up some orders, but I wanted to talk about this. So this backstory, I went to an estate sale and it was kind of like a darker home. It was very cold. Lots of people, of course. And I got stuck in the basement. You know how you like get stuck in this like little train and you're all like moving? Well, I ended up in this back crevice. It was like a long, very narrow little hallway that there was only one way in and one way out. And there were so many people in it and there was stuff on both sides. So you were like literally like moving like this and trying to look at things and you couldn't really bend down. And I ended up getting stuck very near the end where we kind of got to turn around. If you know anything about me, I don't like crowds. I don't like amusement parks. I don't like concerts. I don't like anything. I don't like that at all, ever. So here I am dealing with my own fears and it's creepy. And I'm like one spider and trust me, we're all getting out of here. That's just, I guarantee you, we're all moving. And I looked ahead of me and I saw this. And I didn't know what it was. And it was $5 bag day. And I thought, you know what? What's it matter? Shove it in the bag. So I put it in the bag and I came home and I researched it later because there obviously was not time or room for me to pull out my phone, take a picture, or try to even figure out what it was. It had a little bit of writing on it, but I couldn't read it there. I can barely read it here. But basically what this is, when watches, more digital watches, the inners of the watch would go in here. And this is how that they would transport it and they would carry it. And it comes off and the piece would go in here and then they would close it. And then it has this kind of cool little thing where you just push down and turn it and then it's sealed. And it's from the Illinois Watch Company, 1907. And then it has a patent in May of 1907. Out of all the things I bought, this probably maybe about $1.50. And it was probably about a week and a half ago. And it just sold this morning. I'm getting ready to ship it out for $24. I think it's just the coolest thing ever. Sometimes you just have to go with instinct. Sometimes, you know, you take the loss. I'm telling you, I got a ton of things that go right back to Goodwill or to the other places here that were just like bad pickups. It happens, you know, but you got to follow your instincts. And I did with this. And you know what? What is it, like a $22, $21 profit? I'll take that and learn a little bit more of history. I'm going to write to the person who bought this and ask them, you know, do they collect these? What do they do with them? It's very cool. It's glass. So that's it. My tip for the day. Just go with instinct sometimes. If you see it, you're not really sure and you can't really get into, you know, comping it out or whatever, pick it up. A lot of places you can take things back, but at estate sales you can't. So you want to see what else sold for me yesterday? Not a lot. These are a pair of women's Lululemon capris. These actually most of my sales yesterday sold on Poshmark. And this is a pair of girls Lululemons bought by the same person. I think that's cute. And we'll get those packed up in a minute. This Eileen Fisher. It is just a very nice, it's a cotton blend button down, women's. And it's got like a little bit black pinstripe in it. It has a gauzy feel to it. So it's a little bit like a gauze. I'll fold that later. Big sale. Wait, there has to be something else. Oh yeah, missing a couple of things. Oh, wait till you see this last thing. I'll have to go get it. Brand new with tags. Fiore. Whoop. I got this, I believe at Savers. I've actually had this for a while. I was really hoping that they would fit me. They didn't. They were a little big. But somebody picked these up last night. We had a little bit of a bidding thing going back and forth. And they eventually sold for, I think, $65. But hold on. I'll be right back. If I can find this really fast, just hold time for me. Yes. Have you ever had one of those things in your closet that you just can't wait to sell? Oh my God, it's been this. So this jacket, okay, it's a Harley. It's from St. Louis. Doesn't have anything on the back. Very plain. I think I picked this up for like $5 at an estate sale. I'm not kidding you, probably over a year and a half ago. The funny thing about this is there has been a guy online, I'm assuming a guy, has been harassing me for months to just basically give this to him. Like he wanted it like for less than half the price. And he kept saying things like, nobody's ever going to want that. Nobody's going to buy that from you. You might as well just sell it to me. And just recently he texted me with a picture of someone else selling one for like $19. And he, and what did he say? And he said, look, here's one that I found. And I was like, well, good for you. You found something in your price range and you know, you can buy it. Now I blocked this guy one time. So I don't know how he got back in on eBay to talk to me again. I kept an eye on that other coat. He never bought it. So what I did is on Poshmark, lower the price on Poshmark so that I could sell it. Not like I wanted to be an ass about it or a jerk. Sorry if I can say that word. But it was just like the fact that he was trying to almost intimidate me and bully me into doing something that I just didn't want to do, which made me not want to sell it to him. I still sold it for way more than the whatever he wanted, like $20, $25. But I sold on Poshmark to a wonderful person who's going to really love and enjoy this jacket. And don't be bullied by people. If you know your price set on something, don't let them intimidate you or bully you or show you something else that's cheaper. You do you. You sell for what you think it's worth. Don't be bullied. Don't be intimidated. Don't be afraid to stand your ground. I do it often. You know, we get a lot of low bids all the time. And rare will I ever take a $10 bid on something, and sometimes $20 depending on where it's at. But it's kind of like sometimes I feel it's almost insulting. And yeah, you're not supposed to take it personal, but you have worked to find an item, to take care of the item, to price the item, to measure the item, you know, to house the item. And then you have somebody, you know, you've got a $50 item and they're like $10. No, I'm sorry. No. And, you know, sometimes then they'll come back with $12 and I'm like, no. And usually I counter their bids because I don't ever not counter unless it's ridiculous. And I'm just like, no way. I've had $300 items where people have been like $10 and I'm like, I'm not even going to mess with you. I'm sorry. But stand your ground, always counter. I feel personally, and you know, we all don't know any algorithm that's going on with eBay or Poshmark, but I kind of feel like when you counter, it kind of just keeps your thing going. It keeps your item live. It keeps it kind of in the rotation, so to speak. Maybe, I don't know, but that's how I feel. So I always counter. I usually start off at 10%, and it depends on the item, I can go down to 20%, but usually not any more than that. But anyway, here's to finally selling this jacket. Oh my gosh. So you guys, I'm going to pack this stuff up, and it's sold on Poshmark, which I feel is even better. And yeah, so you guys have a great day. Remember, instinct. Pick up those little things. It doesn't matter. Or those big things. I don't know anything about watches. I don't know anything about antiques. But this I found intriguing. Once I found out what it was, then I comped it out on eBay. and I knew how much to offer it for. And like I said, within a week and a half, it sold. That's it. You guys have a great day. I'm going to finish packing this stuff up and get this day going. It's so cold here. It is so cold. And we do this every year. And I'm thankful for the cold because I heard one time that if it stays below the freezing for 5 days in a row, it helps to kill off some bugs. So you go freezing, whether you go. If anything you are good for, you can kill off them bugs. You can tell I don't like bugs either, right? I love animals, but I don't like bugs. They're gross. All right, guys, you have a great day. I'm going to get this stuff packed up. I got to go to the post office, and then I'm going to run to a couple thrift stores and see what I can find. I'll be back later. Bye.